Hi, I'm Dan Schessel, and you are watching Off the Shelf, where every single week we are reviewing a bunch of comics right here on YouTube on Friday. I try to keep my reviews as spoiler-free as possible and kid-friendly. So, with all that out of the way, we are just going to get going with this. So this one is for Age of Ultron, book number 2. So we're still stuck right in the middle of what was going on last week when we read this book. And I mean, we kind of just jumped into the thick of things, and we didn't get a whole lot of explanation during that first book. And this one kind of slows everything down. I mean, it's really crawling. Really, it's at a snail's pace, this book. But we really get to get behind a little bit more of what kind of took place before and what's causing all this. We're not getting the full picture quite yet, but it's good. I'm enjoying the book. It's not bad. You really don't really care about that too much. This week we head to San Francisco to see the Black Widow and Moon Knight team up together, and we really get to see the devastation that Ultron has brought down with him from wherever he came from. I'm pretty sure he was up in space somewhere just planning this thing, and you just get to see absolute devastation everywhere. It's not just located to New York or Washington or wherever. It seems to be everywhere. We also get a glimpse of what the invasion is doing to the people that are still kind of left around. They haven't killed everybody out. There's still some humans, and there's still some people, wandering around. And we really get a sense of the desperation that a lot of people are in at this moment while this is going on. The part with Black Widow and Moon Knight is really just short-lived, and we head right over to New York, where Peter Parker is still quite banged up, and he doesn't look too good. And we get to see Peter Parker tell more of his story of what's going on. He's still pretty banged up from what has happened to him, and this is clearly not Doc Ock in his body. So we obviously know that some point during then, right now in this timeline, to whatever timeline this thing is in, it's switched back to Peter somehow. It looks like he's back into his classic costume too, which is quite interesting as well. I'm pretty sure that it looks, from my point of view, from reading this book, it looks like this is Peter Parker again. And I really love it. I love the fact that, he's still a little bit more humorous about this situation. And even though it's still a little bit grim, he's not taking it too far. And you could just see in everybody out there that they're all kind of just worn out. They're beat up, they're banged up. They're all kind of just, the life has been kind of sucked out of them. Overall, the art is really good. We get more insight to what's happening, what had happened. We get to see more of the devastation that Ultron has caused during this invasion. And there's just not a ton of stuff that's going on. It's really slow, but we're really working into something, and we get to get more action. I'm guessing next issue, or in the following issues, we're going to get a ton more action. And I mean, as a whole, I mean, if anyone's out there that's kind of like event fatigued, or really just worn down by all these books, event after event after event, this one is actually pretty good. I'm actually really enjoying this one. It's a lot smoother, and it really just sits there and it focuses in on certain characters and really lets them have the spotlight and lets them showcase who they are and what they're doing and that whole bit. For this book, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. I'm really enjoying this series. I really loved it. I think if you want to go and check out a really good event, go check this book out. It's really well worth the read. We're only 2 books in. We got 2 weeks in, and I'm not quite sure when the next one's coming out, but I just can't wait to see what's going on and what's going to happen. So that was for Age of Ultron, book number 2. So I want to thank everybody out there for watching this video. Remember, you guys can click any one of these reviews right now and you can go over to go check that out. And if you're on some sort of mobile device, remember to just go click on my page and you guys can get to those reviews as well. So that's it for this episode. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.